welcome back to Brightleaf Tarot. Today I'm doing another hashtag, I guess it's also VR, and that is 7 decks for Heavenly Virtues. So the first prompt here is Prudence, your most practical all-purpose deck. And I'm kind of going to cheat here. I've got 2. So the first is going to be the Dreaming Way. And I just find that I go to this deck pretty often. It's very friendly, it's very approachable. I think it's got a great color palette, really, gosh, it's like every other card. But I just find that, I just love this deck. I think the imagery is great, and I think easy to pull the meanings because it's really, really similar to RWS. And that's a deck that I just really know very well. So tying for that spot is going to be the Fyodor Pavlov Tarot. And again, this is just really in the style of Rider-Waite-Smith. I find the images are really beautiful. This is such a nice muted color palette. Easy to read with. Beautiful, beautiful deck. I love the gilding on the back, and it's really, really easy to shuffle. Very fun. So those would be the 2 that I'm cheating, and they're going to hold that spot for Prudence. And then for Justice, that's a deck that you use to make decisions with. And I don't know where... Oh, there it is. Okay, so, and that for me, I have it in this leather pouch, is the Wildwood Tarot. And this deck I find that when I'm looking for answers, when I'm seeking answers to a question or advice, that the messages really seem to help me sort of unravel that thread and figure out, what I'm supposed to do in that situation, or maybe what I'm not supposed to do. But I really love the artwork. I know this isn't what this is for, but I do wish that somebody would please get them to reprint it borderless and on way better cardstock, because this deck, I think, is really such an amazing deck. And I think that, with a couple changes, this would really be a stunner. Not that it isn't already. I do really love it. I just sort of find that I wish that it was just a little bit different. Anyways, that is what I use as Justice to make decisions. So the next prompt is Fortitude, a deck that doesn't pull any punches. And I'm sure people have used this before in this, but I have to go with Kim Cran's Wild Unknown. I feel like this is a straight shooter. I don't find personally that it's in a negative way. I know some people find these cards to feel cold. I don't find them to be cold. I think that they just are really introspective. They're not quite as chatty as some decks feel. This feels like it's just sort of saying look, here's the deal. But I really like this deck. I think it's always a straight shooter for me. The next prompt is Temperance. And Temperance is the combining of 2 elements. It's an alchemical combination. And so I just found that these 2 decks work for me. And that is the New Choice Marseille with these beautiful, beautiful backs. And I know I really don't like gilding. I just don't. But I do think it's beautiful on this. I wish it was matte gilding. I love the take on these this artwork. I love these colors. So what I like to pair it with is... Now I just dropped this deck. the Dirt Gems Oracle. Also love these backs. These are very easy to shuffle. If you have this deck, then you know this guidebook is like next level. It's so therapeutic. It's so visceral in like all the best ways. It just really helps you sort of like dig up these little like pieces of information that you just didn't know were there. And I find that it just really works. I love the Dirt Gems. I feel like I'm shocked that I don't hear more people using it. I don't see more of it. It's really beautiful. It's a really great deck. And I find that the new choice, Marseille, and the Dirt Gems just go together beautifully. Okay, so the next prompt is Faith, a deck you use for spiritual practice. And to be fair, I probably use all of my decks for this purpose, but for the purpose of this video, I decided to choose the Tarot de Saint Croix, or Croix? I don't know. I think this is the second edition. It's borderless. And the first edition, or the edition before this, was all oranges. And I'm not really an orange person, but it really worked. But when this came out, I just thought these were so moody and beautiful. And there's just something about her artwork that really pulls me in. Now, there's just a couple cards in here that like are not total connecting for me. And this Six of Cups, it's a little silly, but it still works. I think this deck just really, there's a lot of diversity in here in terms of like skin tone, in terms of culture. And so I feel like when I'm coming into it for like a spiritual experience, I just feel like it kind of hits all the marks. Beautiful, beautiful art. This is another deck that I'm just always shocked that I don't see more people using. You really need to check this deck out if you have not already. It's just beautiful. It's like somehow contemporary without being contemporary. It's like this perfect mixture of different elements, of different time periods. It's just, I just love it. So I use that a lot for spiritual practice. Now the next prompt is Hope. And that is a deck for dark times or a hug deck. And that one is really easy for me. That would be the Numinous Tarot. Beautiful backs, this sort of soft pastels. Again, why y'all gotta do this to me? Why is there so much gilding out there? I don't need this. But I'll forgive it. This gilding is not really terrible. It's not very sharp. But this deck is a hug deck. It's just so gentle and loving, and it's like reading a story. And I love these characters. Again, this is another really diverse deck. And yeah, the art is just really pretty. And they do have some changes for the suits. So there's bells, vials, candles, and gosh, I'm drawing a blank, tomes. But yeah, I'm drawn to this deck. I'm drawn to this art. It feels like a hug. You know, when I'm feeling stressed and I need something really gentle, this is what I go to. It's beautiful, beautiful art. This artist has done some really amazing work. And yeah, I really recommend this for anyone who's looking for another deck. I don't think it's out of print. I think that there's another print run that's out there. Definitely look into that. And then we're on to Charity. Charity is a deck you would give to someone. The Modern Witch Tarot. I love that deck. I think that would be an amazing, amazing gift to give to someone. Beautiful art, beautiful cards. I love it. But it's the card stock that's the problem. I just find it's too stiff and the cards are a little bit too big, so I just don't use it. I had it and I had to rehome it because it hurt my hands to shuffle. And, you know, I have regular hands, but I do have a little bit of arthritis in my hands and fingers. Even though I'm a very young ingenue, I still have arthritis. So I find my knuckles really, really hurt when I shuffle certain card sizes and card stock. And the Modern Witch was one of those. But I love it. And I definitely think that it would be an amazing, amazing deck to give to someone. So that would be my charity deck. So there you have it. Those are my choices for 7 decks for Heavenly Virtues. I would love to see what your choices are. So either comment below or make a video of your own and hashtag 7 decks for Heavenly Virtues, and I'll be on the lookout. Thank you so much. Please like, if you have the time, like, comment, subscribe. That really, really helps the content creators, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you so, so much, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye!